Investigations underway after several teens fired shots at St. Louis police. The officers were investigating car break-ins at the Foundry last night when suspects in a fleeing car began shooting.
Teenagers under 18 with guns, with auto sears on them, shooting at police officers out of a vehicle. They get arrested and they get a recommendation from the DA to release them to their parents. No charges, no detention, nothing. This is just sad. Big thanks to We the People Holsters for sponsoring today's video. Now, their products are manufactured in Las Vegas, Nevada. They carry hundreds of different types of holsters for use with a belt or without one. And they have a great range rewards program, which means that when you buy something, you get points to your next purchase. Now, they sent me an in the waistband holster for my Glock 19 with the Streamlight TLR1. Love this thing. And they also sent me two tactical belts, one with the Talon buckle, and this one's the Raven. They both work the exact same way. The Talon just has an upgraded buckle. It's got a 1.5 inch width belt to fit most traditional pants, and it's made with 2 layers of heavy duty scuba webbing. It's also got an awesome design on the inside. Now, they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee, which means that if you don't like it, send it back within 30 days, they'll refund you no problem. So there's gonna be a 25% discount code site-wide below the video. Go grab you a great holster, a tactical belt, or any of the other awesome gear that they have on WeThePeopleHolsters.com. Everyone, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of fun here. So we had an unfortunate event the other week where a couple of kids with Glock switches fired shots at police officers. Now, obviously, a lot of people are not huge fans of police officers. I respect them and what they do as long as they don't enforce gun laws. The minute that starts to become a regular thing where an ATF agent gives you a phone call and says, hey, we're gonna go over to this house, and your answer is yes, sir, don't count on me to be your supporter. I don't think that's necessarily gonna happen, but that being said, police officers are obviously human too. They have a job to do, and they're hired by the taxpayer to get it done. So a bunch of officers were investigating a bunch of carjackings. Imagine that. And this was located in St. Louis.
The latest incident of cars being broken into at the Foundry. 3 weeks ago, customers returned to find their car windows busted out. Foundry officials say they have security on site 7 days a week.
Now, I'm not familiar with every major city in the US, but from what I can tell, there isn't a big city in this country that isn't ridden by crime and shootings and people who just want to get over on each other. So let's start with this.
St. Louis police are investigating several weekend shootings. In one violent incident outside the city Foundry, officers found 2 teens armed with high-powered guns.
Mike, police say the 2 boys both had guns on them. They are just 15 and 16 years old, and that has definitely shocked some community activists. Police say a 15-year-old boy had a Glock 29 equipped with an auto sear on him. That made the gun fully automatic.
Is that just the craziest thing you've ever heard? It may not be if you live in a big city and you live in one of these neighborhoods where this happens often. 1, teenagers under 18 having guns. 2, them shooting them out of a car. And 3, shooting them at police officers. Let's take the police officer out of it. These could have been regular people on the side of the road, and these people are just shooting at them. But it almost seems like this is something that's cool to do nowadays. People are starting to film themselves shooting their guns out of their vehicles. There's a ton of them out there.
Hey, look, hold on. Hey, what you doing? Me and Ski on that.
Nothing to do on a Wednesday night, so I guess we're just gonna take the Glock, get into the Honda, and just shoot a few down the street. Hopefully we don't hit anyone. So another company did a little news story on it, and they brought this lady on there, and God bless her heart. She seems like she's got her heart in the right place, but she is just very ignorant on what's going on.
I'm kind of baffled as to how did they get these guns? Where did they come from?
What do you mean, where did they come from? How many people have seen someone on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or wherever holding a Glock with a stack of cash in their hand? What's that supposed to mean? No judgment at all on my end. You're free to do what you want to do and take pictures and do all that. But what do you think a kid is going to see when he sees that? I want to be like that guy. That's a role model to me. I better go find a buddy who can get me a gun. It's just common sense. People are impressionable. Now, hopefully they have the intelligence to say, okay, whatever's impressioning me right now, is it right? Would I want it done to me? Would I want it done to my mother? If the answer is no, there's your answer. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no, oh, well, you know, it's cool because I heard it in a rap song. No.
Officers say they found a stolen Glock 19 on a 16-year-old.
But oh no, we've got the ATF knocking on our doors for the pistol braces. Like those are really even close to in comparison to this.
Police initially took both boys into custody, but a juvenile judge later ordered them to be released to their parents.
It just baffled me to put them back in the hands with their parents.
What? Our criminal justice system is so messed up, it's not even funny. How are you gonna let some older age teenagers shoot at cops or anyone and then just let him out? What do you think other kids who heard about this are gonna do? Oh, well, they got let off, so who cares? Then we got Tashura Jones, who's trying, but really botches this whole speech here.
Illegal modifications like auto sears, Glock switches, and lightning links can convert semi-automatic weapons into fully automatic ones, meaning users can hold down the trigger and spray bullets, emptying a clip in seconds.
Yeah, it's for sure not a clip. They're not grabbing a piece of bread out of a loaf and having to clip the bag shut. No, it's magazine.
We've seen a 500% increase in these devices in the region in the last 3 years, and are working with ATF to address the rise.
But you mentioned something interesting in that. You're working with the ATF to handle the auto sear issue or the Glock switch issue. What is actually being done about that? I want to know. It's our tax dollars. I would like a report on how many auto sears are collected every year. I would like a report on how many house calls they do for auto sears. You know why those aren't out there? Because it's dangerous. If a 15-year-old kid's gonna shoot at a cop, what do you think he's gonna do with an ATF agent coming to his house trying to collect his gun? Same thing. So would they rather deal with that or go to someone's house who's never committed a crime, who just has a pistol brace, and try to say that they did God's work that day by taking away their brace? Oh, we're protecting America. You're not doing anything. You're literally doing nothing. So what are we exactly paying you for? Why are you still an agency? I mean, isn't the point of the whole gun control thing for you guys to stop crime?
We've seen a 500% increase in these devices in the region in the last 3 years.
If there's a 500% increase with all the gun control that you put in place, you're actually making it worse. So I think America just needs to fire all of you. We don't need you. You're not doing anything. And for whoever the DA is who let these kids off, you are an absolute joke.